Enter Talks.
Hey, I'm Davyd Kyrylyuk, and this is Enter Talks. We talk about real estate and investment. Today I'm going to tell you how I, as an investor, look at the properties and how I make decision if this is a good deal or not good deal. So first of all, let's start with very public website. Name of this website is Zillow. So we go with Zillow.com, then I go to buy, then I pick up county, Sacramento County. We go for sale, we pick up for sale, apply, we pick up prices, we put prices from 50,000, and we are looking for houses up to 550 because this is easy to sell and buy houses. I also pick up beds and bath, any, it doesn't matter. Home type, very important. I just live homes. I don't take townhomes, multifamily, condos, lots, apartments, manufactured homes. Then I go more statistic. I only list owner posted, agent posted. I take off new construction, foreclosures, auctions, and coming soon. Make sure that there is no houses for 50 years. 55 communities. So that means that only people who are 55 and more can live in the house. So I do apply. And after this, I'm looking at the houses which are available. The first house I see for $399,000. I open this house, and before I actually look at the house, I look at zip code. I have a paper which shows me how much is the rent, and I see 95 zip code 95815. It shows me the rent for 4-bedroom, 2 bath will be $3,078. So that means that my mortgage has to be around $2,800, $2,900, $2,500 in order for me to make money on this property. So I already know that I can rent this property for $3,078. I look at this property and I'm looking at the condition of the property. I see that there is listed with a realtor, listed for 6 days. I always pay attention how many people saved the property. 282 people saved and 4,962 people views. So that this property. I also see that it's a small house, 1 garage, and I look very carefully at the planning and everything on the property. So I look 3D. I looked at the property after basic repairs, So now I go to my system. I have a very good system. It says propstream.com. It will tell me what's the real value of the property. This property, $399. It shows me average sale price in the area, $334. You see here, I show average sale price. I also see the value. The property 5 years ago was $260. And the highest price was $371. Now price drops, and the value today for this property is $287. So I see the seller is asking $100,000 above market value. If I was an investor buying cash, I would pay $200,900 for this property. So this property, as for me as an investor, is not a good buy. I'm a smart guy as an investor. I always do calculations. So I put 360 months. Today the interest rate, let's say put 6%. The sale price is $399. And mortgage will be $2,392 plus we need to add insurance and taxes. We take insurance 1%. So we talk about 3,900. So let's say 4,000 and 1% will be taxes. So we roughly say 8,000. So if you take 8,000 and this 8,000 we divide by 12 months, we will see that plus $667. 2,392, let's say 2,400 plus 600, 3,000. So my rent will be lower than the mortgage will be payment. So this is not a good deal. So from standpoint, if I would pay for this property, I would pay around $287, maybe $300,000. So then we look for another house. This zip code looks like good one. So let's see. People listed the property 524 right now. Price dropped 25,900. What it tells me that realtor tried to sell the seller that his property or her property worth more than anybody else was offering. So your realtor came and said, "Oh, your house worth like, let's say 559," and then you try to sell and the property is not sold. And realtor comes and discounts your property. When a realtor discounts your property, let's say from 550 to 520, he still gets 3% commission or 2.5%. It doesn't matter. Price is high, price is low. His commission, if he would say, "I would sell your property for 550," and then he says, "I drop your price," my commission will be dropped too, not 2.5 or 3%, let's say 2%, because I didn't give you a right price. Then he would never sign an agreement with you. But because he doesn't have any liabilities for the pricing, so he can say, "Let's list 550, my commission 2.5%. Doesn't work. Let's sell then 530. Doesn't work. Let's say 500. Doesn't work. Let's sell for 80. Works. I still get my commission." So actually, who loses? The seller. So we look at this property, 524. It has a 3-bedroom, 2 baths, and we will see how much will cost this property. PropStream never was mistaken for me. I know exactly that I will not lose money with the PropStream. Now I see the lowest price for this property 5 years was 380. Now the highest price for this property was 552, and now we see the market is dropping. You see the price is 502, and this is a market value. So they listed the property, as far as we see, above market value. And we also see that this property average sale price 547 average. So in this neighborhood we have cheap houses and low houses. Also we see the average days on the market. They call DOM, days on the market, 62 days. So wholesale price for me as investor would be 351. But I need to see the condition of the property. I also see that this property has an interest rate 2.8%. So I would try to assume this loan, not to buy this house, to assume the loan of this house. And what we see in this condition of this house, I can see they painted. They really try to sell. You see, they show outside pictures. It's a house year to build, so they didn't do any remodeling. Maybe flooring, just flooring. You see kitchen, all outdated stove, outdated kitchen, new faucet. For me as investor, I know right away. What I know, this is a 1,475 square feet. So for me to change kitchen cabinets and just kitchen cabinets with this size of property, I have a paper which shows me exactly how much it will cost. If I do it myself and I manage myself, construction will cost me $50,000. If I will be hiring a company, it can double on the price on the high end. On the lowest, what I can do, $50,000. So I actually know, and I actually check. I don't know, HVAC, windows, roof. If I look at the property, the way they did pictures, I cannot see if it's a double windows or no. You see, I'm trying to watch, and it doesn't show me. And bathroom needs to be updated. Each bathroom, it's roughly $20,000, $15,000 to $20,000. So, and the fence on the property is old. So I would say, if you would like to make it house new, like new, you would put $100,000. So in order for you to pay this price for the house, you need to pay $351 if you buy yourself. If I would buy myself, my price will be $351 minus minor repairs. So I would go $300,000 for this house, maybe 315. This is my opinion. I'm not trying to de-evaluate value of any properties. I just say what I think. 828 zip code. I see 828 zip code. I can rent it this property. 828 3,500. Okay, let's see this one. Oh, this is a good picture for me. If I see a lot of stones on a property, that tells me that they're hiding something. Because when I have some properties and they have a lot of problem with landscaping and do not want to have a headache to clean up, take the other stuff out, I just put stones and it simplifies me. I'm not hiding something, but it's like I hide that there are too many work needs to be done for the landscaping. It's cheaper for me just to put stones. So, and this property we see right away has stones and looks like roof needs repairs. Kitchen outdated, it's year to build. Also outdated. It's a clean, neat, but needs repairs. But they have changed the flooring. Looks like they put in new flooring. Also, you see up there is a popcorn. So there's house done from my standpoint opinion that to sell to retail buyer who will be, the house is financeable. So that means that bank will finance this property. But the person who will buy, he would still need to do repairs. And landscaping needed, they changed the fence to order to sell. It's nice. It's a nice property. But let's see what I think it will cost. But I know for sure right now that my rent for this house, because I already have knowledge on this house, not house, and this neighborhood, $3,510. So I know that I can rent it for $3,510. So I go here, I am checking the property. That's why I do not buy retail on MLS, because people asking a little bit more than the property worth. If you see here in the system, it shows 316, 488, 281, the value of the property. And they say, oh, my neighbor sold the house for 488. That's why I'm trying to sell top dollar. If you see, 5 years ago, the value of property was $336,909. The highest price of this property was 3 years ago, $462,725. And now value of the property is $316. As an investor, I see that average days on the market, 63 days. Average sale price in the area, $388, $821. I see the seller is asking $449. I also see that it has very high interest. Maybe that's the reason why they are selling the property. I also see that this property, the owners owned 22 years. I see estimated balance debt, they have $235,664. And my price for this property will be $221,200. Why? Based on information, they have 120 square feet, and they have the property needs all remodeling. We are talking about 70 grand if you do it yourself. If you hire someone, it can be the highest 140. The average can be around $100,000. So buying this house, you will need to do repairs. You will get finance for this house. You will live 3, 5, 10,000, and the house will need new kitchen, new roof, because everything is like soon will need work. You will need to change stove. You will need to change everything in the house. So that's a question. I would not buy it. So my offer will be around 221 minus major repairs. If I find roof problem, I would deduct roof. If I find other problems in the house, so I would not pay. I do not want to invest and then stay with the house for another 5 or 10 years to recoup my losses. So what you see, you need to do your homework. You need to have tools and resources to analyze. Once you analyze, you can make decision. It's hard to find good deals. Even I'm not checking how much mortgage will cost to me, because if I go for mortgage here, let's say even 316,000, we talk about 6%, we talk 360, it's a 1894, so 1900. Knowing the market, it will be 6, so we are talking about 500, so it will be $2,600, $700 mortgage, and you will be renting $3,510. But you need to understand that you would, in some period of time, you would need to invest $100,000. And if you add to your loan $100,000, numbers doesn't work. Even for me, if I buy this house and I would like to flip, there is no money there. I need to invest money, and there is no spread to make a profit.
Enter Talks.
Thanks for being with me. Thanks to watching. If you liked our video and it was helpful for you, please subscribe to Enter Talks, and see you in the next one.